Before you step into the eternal paradise, imagine this. You've lived your life, experienced joy, sorrow, and countless challenges. But what if the most beautiful thing you could ever experience, your true home, is waiting for you beyond death? Heaven isn't just a distant dream. It's a reality that promises peace, joy, and a reunion with everything you've ever longed for. But here's the shocking truth. Many of us have no idea what heaven really looks like. It's not just golden streets and endless beauty. It's so much more. It's a place where your soul finds its true rest, where pain ceases to exist, and where every wound, every heartache is healed completely. Imagine stepping into a home built by God Himself, designed just for you. Every room, every corner, crafted with divine love and care. Why are we so drawn to this place? Could there be something hidden from us for centuries about what awaits in the afterlife? Could it be that we've been missing out on the profound truths found in the Bible about what happens after we pass from this world? In this video, you will discover the incredible promises that heaven holds. You'll uncover the magnificent homes we are promised, the reunions with loved ones and Bible heroes, and the unimaginable peace that will reign, not just between people, but with all of God's creation. You'll see how heaven isn't just about beauty. It's about purpose, joy, and a life of fulfillment beyond anything we could imagine here on earth. You might wonder, what does it truly feel like to be in the presence of God forever? To have the perfect body, free from pain, healed and whole. To eat from the tree of life, tasting fruit so divine that it fills you with eternal vitality. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you view your eternity, and it may even change the way you live today. Heaven awaits, and it's not just a place to visit, it's your true home, where you will live, love, and experience joy forever. You will live in a magnificent home, designed by Jesus Himself. Imagine the moment you step into your eternal home, a dwelling crafted by the very hands of the Creator, where every detail is shaped with love, purpose, and divine artistry. It is not a fleeting dream, but a lasting reality. A place where your soul finds perfect rest. A sanctuary where the peace of God envelops you completely. Heaven is not a mere destination. It is your true home. A place designed specifically for you by Jesus Himself. This is a home where every room is infused with divine grace, where each corner reflects the beauty and the glory of God. It is a place where you will find comfort, warmth, and a sense of belonging beyond anything you have ever experienced on earth. It's a space where you can finally exhale, knowing that all the pain, struggle, and heartache of this world have been left behind. As you walk through your heavenly home, you'll notice how every detail resonates with your deepest desires, your heart's truest yearnings. Perhaps you'll find a peaceful garden that reminds you of your favorite moments here on earth, or a quiet lake that reflects the stillness of your soul. Your home will not only be a place of rest, but a place of eternal joy designed to match the uniqueness of your spirit. This is not a place that decays or wears down with time. Unlike the homes we build here, this one will never need repairs. It will remain perfect forever, an eternal gift from God. Just think about that. No more worry over maintenance, no more stress about things breaking down. Everything in your home will be flawless, designed for eternal enjoyment, comfort, and peace. But this magnificent home is not the only blessing heaven has in store for you. Your home will be connected to something even greater, the very presence of God Himself. The Bible tells us that God will dwell with His people, and in that dwelling you will experience the fullness of His love, His peace, and His grace. The New Jerusalem, a city unlike anything we've seen on earth, will be a place of eternal glory. You will walk its streets of gold, live among precious stones, and bask in the light of God's presence. There, every pain, every trial will vanish, leaving only everlasting joy. What could be more comforting than knowing that, Not only will you have a home perfectly suited to you, but you will also be in the very presence of the Creator. Imagine what it will feel like to live in a place where God Himself has prepared a space for you, where you will never feel alone again. This is the home He has promised you, a home where you will never leave, never feel abandoned, and never know the loneliness of this world again. This is the home that is waiting for you in heaven. The love and care with which it is crafted will surpass any earthly home you've ever known. And when you enter it, you will know without a shadow of a doubt that you have finally arrived at the place you were always meant to be. Reunions with loved ones and Bible heroes. In heaven, you won't just find a magnificent home waiting for you, but you will also experience reunions beyond anything you could imagine. Picture yourself walking through the golden streets, and there you see them, the faces of those you've loved, those who have gone before you. The joy you feel in that moment will be unlike anything you've ever experienced on earth. As you step into the presence of these loved ones, there will be no distance, no barriers, only pure, unbroken love. Perhaps you will run into the arms of a parent or a friend who passed away long ago. The grief and longing you once felt will dissolve in the overwhelming joy of reunion. In heaven, there is no more goodbye, no more heartache, only eternal moments of togetherness where every second is filled with laughter, peace, and love. And it's not just your loved ones you'll meet. Heaven will be a place of reunion with the great heroes of the faith, those mighty men and women from the Bible who overcame immense challenges and stood firm in their belief. Imagine sitting beside Moses as he tells you about his faith journey, standing at the edge of the Red Sea, watching the waters part as he trusted God to deliver his people. Picture Abraham sharing his story of obedience, leaving everything he knew to follow God's call, or Noah laughing as he recalls the ridicule he faced while building the ark, trusting in God's promise despite the mockery of the world. In heaven, you will sit, laugh, learn, and worship together with these heroes, not from a distance, but as fellow believers, friends united in the glory of God. You will hear their stories, and as you listen, you will be reminded of the faithfulness of God, the power of trust, and the victory of perseverance. And it won't just be a brief moment, a fleeting encounter. In heaven, time is no longer bound by the constraints of earth. You will have eternity to learn, share, and celebrate with those you love, with those who have gone before, and with the great cloud of witnesses that surrounds you. This reunion will be a place where your heart is healed, where every broken relationship is restored, and where your spirit finds its true home in the love of God and His people. Can you imagine the joy of being reunited with loved ones and Bible heroes alike, knowing that no matter what you faced on earth, you have now entered into eternal peace, where all the tears of sorrow have been wiped away? And when you picture heaven, don't just think of streets of gold or homes built by divine hands. Imagine the joy of reunion, the eternal bond that will never break. It is in this reunion that you will experience a love and peace that can only be found in the presence of God, where every longing of your heart will be fulfilled. This is the beauty of heaven. It's not just about what you'll see, but who you'll be with. It's about sharing eternity with those you love, those who have gone before you, and with the heroes of the faith who inspire us all. Heaven is not just a place, it's a relationship with God, with His people, and with all of creation. And it is in this relationship that true joy, true peace, and true fulfillment are found. By focusing on the beauty of the home God has prepared for us and the reunions that await in heaven, we begin to understand the deeper, more personal nature of our eternal destination. Heaven is not a passive, distant place. It is a living, vibrant reality where we are restored, healed, and brought into perfect communion with God and His people. Living in peace with all of God's creation. Imagine a world where the laws of nature no longer carry fear or destruction. Picture this. You stand in a vast, sunlit field with no fences or barriers. A lion, majestic and powerful, walks beside you, its golden mane flowing gently in the breeze. A wolf, once known for its fierce nature, lies down peacefully next to a lamb, both sharing the same serene space. The air is filled with the sounds of joy, not fear. No longer will there be hunger, aggression, or survival instincts driving nature. All of creation, from the tiniest insect to the mightiest beast, will live in perfect harmony. This is not a fantasy. This is the promise of heaven, a promise where every living creature, from the animal kingdom to the plants, will live in peace, and every corner of creation will reflect God's perfect love. Isaiah 11:6 tells us, "The wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie down with the goat, and the lion will eat straw like the ox." It's a picture of restored harmony, a world made whole again where no creature will harm another. The violence and discord we see today in nature, where the predator hunts the prey, will be undone, replaced by a beauty and peace that speaks to the glory of God's creation. Imagine walking through this world, free of fear. You could touch the mane of a lion without fear of harm. You could sit by a river and listen to the peaceful harmony of animals of all kinds living together without aggression. Heaven will be a place where every animal is your companion, and every tree, every flower will point to the Creator's infinite beauty and care. The brokenness of this world, of both man and nature, will be made right as everything is restored to its perfect design. This peace will be a deep, profound peace. It's not just the absence of conflict, it's the presence of perfect, unshakable peace. And when you walk in this world, it will not be just an earthly peace, but one that is eternal, a peace that comes directly from God Himself. You will experience not just the beauty of nature, but the depth of God's love reflected in it. Every step you take will be a reminder of His goodness and grace. And as you live in this perfect harmony, your heart will be healed too. No more striving, no more surviving. You will live as you were always meant to live, free from fear, full of joy, surrounded by the beauty of a world perfectly restored by God. Heaven is not just a place for humans, it's a place for all of God's creation to flourish, to live in peace, and to reflect the beauty of His eternal love. Perfect physical healing. Heaven will not just be a place of spiritual peace and joy, it will also be a place of perfect physical healing. Imagine for a moment a world where every ailment, every injury, every disease is gone. You will no longer wake up with aches or pains, with weary bones or fragile health. The sickness that plagues you now will be a distant memory, wiped away forever in the presence of God's perfect healing. Isaiah 35:5-6 speaks of this healing power. Then will the eyes of the blind be opened and the ears of the deaf unstopped. Then will the lame leap like a deer and the mute tongue shout for joy. Imagine a life where there is no more suffering, no more hospital visits, no more pills, no more doctor's appointments. Every disease, every injury, every imperfection in your body will be healed, restored to its perfect form. Picture yourself no longer burdened by fatigue, no longer struggling to keep up. You will be strong, vibrant, and full of life. You will run without ever growing tired. You will leap with joy, free from the limitations that have bound you on earth. No longer will you struggle to keep going, to endure the pain of aging, the weight of illness. Instead, you will live in perfect health, your body fully restored and renewed. And it's not just physical healing, it's a complete restoration of your being. Every scar, physical, emotional, or spiritual, will be healed. Every wound will be closed, and you will stand before God, whole in body and soul. This perfect healing is not just the absence of disease, it's the fullness of life. It's a life where you will feel strong, renewed, and whole in every way, without the pain or exhaustion that now accompanies you. The healing you will experience in heaven will be unlike anything we can fully understand here on earth. It will be complete, total, and eternal. You will be free to run, jump, laugh, and live without limitation. No more pain, no more loss, no more fear of sickness. You will be made whole, perfectly restored to the way you were always meant to be. This healing will touch every part of your being. Your spirit will be renewed, your body restored, and your mind free from the worries and burdens of this world. Every day in heaven will be a celebration of life, a constant reminder of the fullness and abundance that God has prepared for you. No more striving to feel better, no more hoping for relief. In heaven, healing is complete, and you will live in a state of perfect, eternal health. Can you imagine a life where your body never aches again, where you never grow tired, where your mind is free from worry and fear? This is the life God has prepared for you. And it's not just a distant hope. It's a reality that will come to pass when you step into the eternal peace and perfect healing of heaven. In heaven, you will be whole. In heaven, you will be healed. Forever. Eating from the tree of life. Imagine standing before the tree of life, a tree so magnificent that its presence alone leaves you in awe. Its branches stretch out wide, dripping with the most extraordinary fruits you've ever seen, each one more radiant and perfect than the last. The fragrance is intoxicating, drawing you closer, and as you reach out to pick a fruit, you feel an overwhelming sense of peace, vitality, and connection to the Creator himself. This fruit isn't just food, it's life itself. Each bite fills you with divine energy, nourishing not just your body, but your very soul. Revelation 22:2 tells us, "On each side of the river stood the tree of life, bearing 12 crops of fruit, yielding its fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations." This tree is not just a symbol, it is a gift from God, offering eternal sustenance, restoration, and healing. In heaven there will be no more hunger, no more thirst. You will eat from this tree and feel the fullness of life like never before. Every month, a new fruit will be ready for you, each one a reminder of God's endless creativity and love. It's as if every bite draws you closer to the heart of God, filling you with the joy of His eternal presence. But it's not just the taste of this fruit that brings healing. It's the deep, spiritual nourishment it offers. In heaven, the tree of life represents more than physical sustenance. It symbolizes the eternal restoration of all things. The fruit you eat will not spoil, and it will never leave you wanting more, for in heaven there is no lack. Every bite is a fulfillment, an overflow of God's goodness that satisfies every hunger and fills every longing. No more searching for meaning, no more empty pursuits. With every taste of this fruit, you will be reminded that in heaven you are complete. In this eternal paradise, you will never again experience the weariness of hunger or the dissatisfaction of earthly pleasures. The tree of life is God's promise that in His presence you will be fully satisfied. No longer will you experience the fleeting joys of this world. Instead, you will partake in the eternal joy of His kingdom. Can you imagine the bliss of walking through the garden of heaven, picking the fruit that will nourish you for all eternity? This is the reality God has promised you, an eternal feast of life, love, and peace. Being with Jesus and worshipping together. But perhaps the most glorious promise of all is the simple truth that in heaven you will be with Jesus forever. No longer will He be distant or invisible. You will walk beside Him, talk with Him, and experience His love in a way you've never imagined. Revelation 21:3 says, "And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and He will dwell with them. They will be His people, and God Himself will be with them and be their God.'" Imagine the peace and joy that will flood your heart when you look into the eyes of Jesus, the one who loved you enough to lay down His life for you. There will be no more separation, no more longing for his presence. You will be with him in the fullest, most intimate way imaginable. Every question you've ever had, every longing of your heart will be fulfilled in his presence. There will be no more waiting, no more wondering, only perfect communion with the Savior who knows you completely and loves you beyond measure. And it's not just about being with Jesus, it's about the worship, the endless celebration of his goodness, holiness, and love. Heaven will be filled with worshippers from every nation, tribe, and tongue, all united in one eternal song of praise. Imagine standing side by side with people from every corner of the earth, all lifting their voices in adoration of the one who gave everything for them. The music will be unlike anything we've ever experienced on earth, pure, holy, and beautiful beyond words. This is the true heart of heaven. To be in the presence of Jesus, to see him face to face, and to worship him forever. There is no greater joy, no greater peace than being with the one who created you, who saved you, and who will be with you forever. The longing of your heart for love, purpose, and meaning will finally be fulfilled in his presence. Heaven is not heaven because of the streets of gold, the mansions, or the tree of life. Heaven is heaven because of Jesus, his presence, his love, his eternal embrace. In heaven, you will not just worship from afar. You will be right there with him, experiencing his love and glory in a way that surpasses anything you can imagine. There will be no more separation, no more veil between you and your Creator. In his presence, you will know the fullness of joy, the peace that passes all understanding, and the love that makes all things new. So as you picture heaven, don't just think of the treasures that await you. Picture the face of Jesus, the one who is the reason for it all. Picture walking beside him, talking with him, and worshiping him for all eternity. In his presence you will find the ultimate fulfillment, the love, the peace, and the joy you've always longed for, forever and ever and ever. As you take a deep breath and close your eyes for a moment, imagine everything you've ever hoped for, all your deepest desires, finally fulfilled. Heaven, that eternal home we often dream of, is not just a place in the sky. It is the culmination of every longing of your soul, a place designed with every detail for your peace, joy, and eternal satisfaction. Can you feel it? The overwhelming sense of peace that washes over you as you think of the promise of heaven, a home where your heart is finally at rest, where all your burdens are lifted, and where you will be forever at ease in the presence of God. Think of what it would be like to live in a place where there is no more pain, no more tears, and no more separation. Picture yourself walking through streets of gold, surrounded by beauty beyond imagination, where every moment is filled with love, laughter, and the sweet presence of God. Your spirit is soaring, free from the weight of this world, and you are home. Home, in the truest sense of the word, surrounded by loved ones, by the saints, by the heroes of the faith, all in perfect peace, sharing in the eternal joy that only heaven can offer. Now, picture that moment when you step into your eternal home. It's not just any home. It is a sanctuary, built with love, with care, and with the ultimate intention of providing you with rest, comfort, and joy forever. Every room is designed for your peace. Every corner reflects the beauty of God's love for you. This is a place where you will finally know true rest, a rest that goes beyond physical sleep. It is a rest that touches the very depths of your soul. No more striving, no more chasing after fleeting pleasures. Heaven is your reward, your eternal rest. And then, think of the reunions that await. The long-lost loved ones, those you have missed so dearly, will be there waiting for you. There will be no more goodbyes, no more tears of separation. Instead, there will be pure joy in your heart as you embrace them once again, and this time it will be forever. Your heart will overflow as you reunite with friends, family, and the great heroes of the faith, Abraham, Moses, Noah, and so many others who have gone before us. In heaven, these reunions won't be brief or bittersweet. They will be eternal, uninterrupted by the constraints of time. Can you picture the feeling of sitting at the table with them, sharing stories, laughter, and worshipping the Lord together? There will be no more pain of distance, no more unanswered questions, just perfect communion in the presence of God. This is the beauty of heaven. The relationships are restored and the love is unbreakable. But it doesn't stop there. In heaven, you will experience something beyond the physical, the profound peace of living in perfect harmony with all of creation. Every part of nature, every animal, every tree, every flower will live in peace with one another. Imagine walking through fields where the lion lies down with the lamb, where you can touch a butterfly's wings without fear, where the harmony of creation reflects the glory of God. This is a place where the brokenness of this world will be fully healed, where every conflict and every division will be erased. You will experience the fullness of God's peace in a way that surpasses anything we can imagine on earth. As you stand in the presence of God, no longer veiled by the struggles and sufferings of this world, you will experience perfect healing. Every wound, every sorrow will be healed completely. Your body will be renewed, your heart will be restored, and your soul will be made whole. You will be free from the pain of this life, free from the burdens that weigh you down, and you will be filled with joy that never ends. This is the promise of heaven, perfect healing, perfect wholeness, and perfect peace. And as you experience this joy, you will be nourished not just by the beauty of heaven, but by the tree of life itself. Every fruit you eat will be a source of life, joy, and healing. It will fill you with the vitality of God's eternal presence, and you will never hunger or thirst again. In heaven, there is no lack, no want, only the fullness of God's abundance. Every moment will be a feast for your soul, a celebration of life, of love, and of the Creator who made it all possible. But the greatest part of all, the reason heaven is truly heaven, is because you will be with Jesus. Imagine standing before him, gazing into his eyes, and feeling the overwhelming love he has for you. You will no longer live in the shadows of faith, but will walk beside him, talk with him, and worship him forever. This is the essence of heaven. Being with Jesus, experiencing his love in its fullness, and being enveloped in his presence for all eternity. There will be no more distance, no more wondering, no more longing. In heaven, you will be united with the one who made you, the one who saved you, and the one who will love you forever. Heaven is not just a place. It is the fulfillment of every desire, every dream, every longing of the human heart. It is the place where all things are made right, where every tear is wiped away, and where every promise God has ever made to you will be fulfilled. It is the place where you will finally find the rest you've been searching for. And most of all, it is the place where you will be with the one who loves you more than you could ever imagine. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel the stirrings of heaven deep within your soul, I invite you to support this message and help share the love of God with others. If you have found peace in these words, or if you feel that light shining through the darkness, please show your support with a simple like, subscribe, or comment. Your encouragement fuels the mission of sharing God's word, spreading his love, and touching more hearts like yours. Every small act of support helps us continue to share the good news of heaven and God's eternal love with the world. Thank you, from the deepest part of my heart, for joining me in this journey. You are not alone. God is with you, and his promise of heaven is waiting for you. Keep your eyes on him, for he is the one who will lead you into the eternal joy and peace that awaits.